We're live.
All right. Robot
Awesome.
and the bear. Robot and the bear. Robot and the bear. With Yosuke and the bear.
Yes.
Robot, bear, Yosuke, bear.
All right. It's
Awesome.
every week there's a new version of this
Awesome.
Yeah,
I
theme
like the
song.
jingle.
yeah,
Yeah, it's Aha jingle.
we gotta have it. Yeah, doesn't feel like the show unless I do it, right? So
It's totally true. I don't say a word until you're done. And if I'm afraid of saying something because you're going to stop. So, yeah, I wait till you're all done. It's out of your system and it's good and we're ready to go. Anyways, this is Robot and the Bear, episode number 96 with Yosuke Yamamoto, special
Oh, wow.
guest.
96.
96.
Wow, that's
Yes.
awesome.
Or is it like this? No, 96.
I don't know. But yeah, welcome to the podcast.
Oh, thanks for having me.
2 weeks in a row,
Yeah.
Robot and the Bear. We are back.
We're back. We're back. You know, summer is rough. Summer is a rough time for
Yes, but it is
Robot and the Bear.
back to back podcasts.
Yeah,
Very good.
Yep. So
You know, and who knows? We might hibernate for another 6 months after, but that's what bears do.
that's
Robots go
Yeah,
on pause.
yeah.
Bears hibernate.
yeah.
Yeah.
I might have to do the tablet thing because I will be next week at this time. I will most likely be on the road to Las Vegas for Designer Con.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
fun.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm doing it. 20th anniversary. But
Oh,
let's
wow.
let's talk about
20.
Yosuke. Yosuke has had a big couple weeks.
Yeah, I think so. I had my opening, then I went to take a little trip up north with my wife, and that was awesome.
How did the show go?
Show was great. Yeah, I think we had a really good turnout. I got to see some of my, old friends, including you, Luke,
I came.
and some new friends, new artist friends that I actually met here in Hawaii
Mm,
during the Hawaii Walls, which was like a big mural festival that Jasper Wong and Amy put together.
the show
In
formerly known as Powwow.
Yeah, but they changed. I think they rebranded their name like I don't know how many years ago, but yeah, it's being called Worldwide Walls as they are like big, branding. Then they have a name for like each city. So for Hawaii, it's just Hawaii Walls. And
Mm,
we did it in Kalihi neighborhood at the high school called Farrington, because I think that's where Jasper originally grew up, and he wanted to, give back to his community, and yeah, it was super nice. So some of those artists that I met, some of them are based in LA, so they came to the show, including Kano. I mean, Kano, I've known him, for a good chunk of years, but some of the other friends like they came through and it was really nice to see them, and yeah, I just had fun during the opening day from like 1 to like close to 10 o'clock, I think.
wow, 9
Yeah.
hours.
So basically, our openings, it's if an artist wants, they could be there from 1 all the way till we're
Yeah,
done, and
it was really
it's a
nice.
different experience, you know.
Yeah, and it was pretty busy throughout the day, and I got to meet some of the people that actually bought pieces like right at the spot. So I got to talk to them for a little bit, and that was really nice. And and because there are some people I've known on only on like social media, but then it's really nice to finally meet them like face to face, and I'm like, oh, you're this guy, and it's always nice. Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome.
N-
Yeah.
What was the name of the show again?
Show was called Days Like These. Dot
Days
dot
like.
dot. Yeah,
Mm.
Days like these.
Was
yeah.
there a theme that you were trying to like explore, or did you just go for it?
It was like I always just try to make work and figure out like what I'm building towards, like in like overall picture. This time it was kind of a since there's been a lot going on in this country. and
Mm,
that's part of the reason why I called it like a days like these.
mm,
Then when I think about like trying to be a little bit more like intentional or like purposeful with like what I do,
mm,
like I kind of thought about these situations that I've had in the past when I'm painting like a public murals outside or like
mm,
during the opening, some of the people would come up to me and they'll be like, "Hey, your art really makes me feel calm." Or like, it feels peaceful. I think there's like a healing quality to it. So
mhm,
for the show, like only thing I had in my mind was like, hey, if you know I have these qualities that people talk about, like let's lean into that, especially time like these or like days like these. I think people could use artwork that kind of has these kind of like healing quality to it. So I
sure.
think that
Yeah.
was like my big focus, and a lot of artwork is like a little silly. I think a lot simpler compared to some of my
Mm,
older work. But I think
mhm.
part of the reason is like I think with simplicity, it's easier to kind of make these kind of like a cozy, like comforting, like a feeling. So I think that's
Yeah.
why, yeah, what I was trying to do with the show.
I remember
Awesome.
when I was at the opening, I was talking to you, and I was like, "This show is quiet contemplation." You know?
I remember that. I do remember that. And you
And
kept
like
pointing out
look, quiet,
all
and that
these
was just funny.
characters. Yeah,
Quietly contemplating, quietly contemplating, quietly
yeah.
contemplating, and
But yeah.
it, 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 I agree with that assessment with um where things are pretty tumultuous right now, and I think
hmm
people don't like being reminded of just how rough it is out there.
Yeah, right.
So um
I think that's when like some artists were making artwork that features Donald Trump in it, for example.
mhm.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
some people are just like, fuck, I don't want to see that, right?
Yeah.
And
Right.
of
Well,
course that art's not gonna
personally,
sell.
I don't want to paint like paint or even draw a portrait of him.
Yeah. But part of it's
Yeah.
like maybe, that's just like
Yeah.
maybe I've seen it more as cartoon satire kind of a thing,
Right. Right.
just like a political cartoon. But
Yeah.
even then, you just don't even want to put that on the wall, Like
Right.
that,
Yeah.
for
I
that
think in
matter,
me-
I
yeah.
don't think I'd want to put a Joe Biden on the wall either though,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Like I
No.
wouldn't want any of them
I
on the wall.
yeah.
So
Most politicians, I don't think I want to put them on the wall.
right. Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no, no.
And I think, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Go
No,
ahead.
you're about to say.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think there are times and place for those kind of like illustration of political, like a satire being kind of needed, like
Sure.
newspapers or like political, like a journalism. But I don't know, for like what I do, I don't think like I don't know, I wanna yeah use that as
Yeah.
my
Well,
Maybe it's
theme
a good
or
idea.
that,
Don't lean into it.
that's totally
yeah
not like your thing, really.
yeah
Like,
yeah
I think
But
that
he had messages. Some of the drawings had messages, right? Like melt ice and stuff like
yeah
that. Right.
yeah or,
It had like actually pretty overt messages, but
yeah
other than that, yeah.
yeah
yeah, right. Yeah, there was some like, well, I mean, as a person who, you do have you have a green card now, right?
I
Yeah.
do
But like, as someone who has, who did, you know, for a little while,
yeah for a good 20 years or so
had, that
yeah
like the issue of citizenship hanging over them.
yeah yeah
The like I imagine that I think you more than anyone that I probably know can be able to relate to the issue of um that's going on right now concerning
yeah
ice raids and stuff like that.
yeah I do feel in a way like going through like being kind of like undocumented for quite some time, but for me like I don't think I will never know like what the other immigrants go through because of my skin color and their skin complexion is different,
Right.
because like they do target certain group of immigrants more than like Asian immigrants, I think.
Hmm.
So
Yes.
I think people with, like a brown skin, they have like way more difficulty like navigating as illegal than people with like, Asian skin complexion.
Right. All
Yeah.
right. Well, it's a good thing you got that dialed in.
Way to have that. Yeah, way to have
But
that under control.
yeah. But it is crazy like what is happening, and yeah, it's just devastating.
Did you have you been kind of like living in Hawaii, you're not as attached to like the, you know, I don't know, mainland art scene, I'm guessing.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
um, aside from like the handful of podcasts where Eric and I bemoan the quote unquote art recession,
Right.
did you like, was this something that you were taking into consideration when you're putting together this show?
I think so, a little bit, yeah, because definitely I wanted to make art show that had like, variety of prices. And I think these like little like morning session sketches that I did was like kind of my aim to, for one, I wanted to have an exercise. I'm trying to loosen up a little bit of how I draw. So that
Mm,
was one of the goal. But at the same time, I'm actually creating, pretty uh, accessible, like, spontaneous purchase kind of a price range
mm,
artwork at the same time. So
sure.
I think that really helped to kind of, yeah, to kind of prepare for the show also. And another good thing was like, originally I was just gonna have those at the table,
Mm-hmm,
like just people to go through them like a records and pick it up.
mm-hmm.
But since like a certain logistic didn't work out, I'm glad I did enough that I can cover, a good chunk of the gallery, because I think otherwise it would have looked like a little empty and not as fun. So I think, yeah, it worked out.
Did you, Eric, were you the person who said, no, not on the table, on the wall?
No, there's some on the table too.
Oh, there are.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
sold one today even.
Oh,
Even though we
sweet.
weren't even open.
Awesome.
Weren't even open and we
Awesome.
sold one today.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, I think,
No, absolutely. It's totally fine. It's also fun. It's all good.
yeah.
Yeah. But I do feel the art recession, like, because even like last year compared to like maybe 20, wait, last year was 24, like I think till like 22, like art sales for me was like doing like really good. But I think from like a 23, it started slowing down a lot.
Mm,
Well, not a lot, but a little bit. Then like 24 and 25, I do definitely feel that like, people's wallet being kind of tight. But then at the same time, like during the opening, there was just like one collector, like he came in because he lives around here, I guess, and he just purchased like a two like paintings like off the wall like right away. Well, not right away. After he thought about it a little bit. So when I see that, I'm like, okay, like some people still have like casual spending money, and
Yeah,
some people
he
don't.
said he couldn't afford your work before, right? Like recently.
Yeah, yeah. He
Yeah, he
said
said
he
he
got
couldn't
some
afford
kind
it.
of a
And yeah,
bonus or something. Yeah,
yeah, and he just came in and said, "Hey, this is stuff I've always wanted," and he picked up
yeah,
a couple of paintings. That's kind of
yeah.
nice.
Are you doing, now that you're pretty, see, it's been, how many years have you been in Hawaii now?
A little over 1 year. Yeah.
Okay. Have you, like, now that you've been there for over a year, like, have you seen or found like an artistic community that exists out there that kind of also like collaborates with the mainland, like in galleries and stuff like that, or is it still pretty
Um.
isolated out there?
I don't know if because like I know those like powwow guys. So like Kamea, Jasper, like Grass, and like some of the local artists like Wooden Wave guys, Matt and Roxy.
Hmm.
And but I don't know if any of these guys actually do like solo exhibition outside of like Hawaii.
Mm.
But within like Hawaii, they're like super active. So any like shopping mall you go, or any like community center you go, like Kameha's work is like everywhere in this city. Like it's crazy. Anywhere you drive, like movie theater, like Ala Moana, like shopping center, like side of the building, like side of apartment. So I think they make it here by like, having kind of those commercial jobs or like mural gigs and stuff like that. But I don't know if any of them actually like work like how you and I work, like building towards exhibition, and that's being part of their income.
Mm.
Yeah, but
That's
there
interesting.
is a pretty healthy like art community here. Yeah.
Interesting.
And they make, I mean, the ones you mentioned probably make a living through art. There must be tons that are just not
Yeah.
able to do it.
But I think the
I mean,
people
just
who
like
I just
anywhere else, but
mentioned, yeah,
yeah.
who I mentioned, they live all like off what they do, like either art related project or like,
Sure.
just painting signs, murals, like, designing products, stuff like that. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's awesome. I'm glad that
Yeah.
there's a little bit of an economy in Hawaii to make that happen.
Right.
Yeah, because Kamea, the guy who was a co-founder of Powwow, like when they started, now he runs like some kind of agency. So Ala Moana Shopping Center will like reach Kamea and like, hey, we kind of want to have this for the new season as like a promotion. So can you paint a mural for us, or can you design something, installations? So that's like a pretty good gig for him, I think. Yeah,
Mm.
and you know, and people are always buying stuff, so I'm pretty sure that's a pretty constant gig. Yeah.
Have you felt like in order to be a part of the Hawaiian art economy that you would have to create work that is generally, I don't know, more like Hawaiian? So
I don't know.
You, Yosuke, you're
Yeah.
gonna paint hula women or
Yeah.
topless
But I
hula
think,
women.
but I don't know, because there are already like Hawaii, like local artists who grew up in Hawaii who already creating work like that, right?
Mhm,
With like a visual motif that's really rooted in Hawaiian culture.
And probably
So
themselves too, right? 'Cause
yeah, so
yeah.
for me, like as a transplant, if I do that, actually like I feel like I'm like diluting like my art to just fit in rather than trying to stand out by just doing my thing. So
sure.
I don't know, but I'm pretty
I
sure
mean,
like
you can just
like
paint pineapples. Just paint pineapples.
but
Everything
like when
pineapple.
yeah, but when I lived in Arizona, like desert landscape like creeped into my work, or like even like breeze blocks, because I was like really inspired by living in Phoenix.
Mhm.
So stuff like that gonna like no matter how hard I try not to include in my art, I think eventually they'll come through.
Mm.
Even for the new body of work, I had a couple like new characters of like these characters made out of waves, and
Mm.
that's definitely something I picked up here because
Are you
Christy.
gonna do shaka art?
Yeah.
Just do a lot of shaka art.
Shaka.
Shaka
I
art.
don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm kidding.
Maybe I don't know. Right now,
mean, I
I don't
notice-
feel comfortable. Yeah,
I noticed there is people who make art with a shaka in it. Like
yeah, definitely. I
like-
mean,
like, yeah.
it's a big thing. Like people just throw
Yeah.
shakas here all the time, like as thank you, as like hello.
Yep. Luke,
Goodbye.
your technique was tight. Luke was like really tight. He was like,
Yeah.
You gotta go loose, man.
Loose.
You gotta
Yeah.
it's almost like nothing. It's almost like, hey dude.
Some people they like it looks like this.
Yeah, it's like loose.
They
It's
don't
like,
even
what's
close their like head. It's just like
Like
Yeah.
lazy. It's just like what's
Isn't this, I think I remember hearing a story about that where basically the guy who kind of coined the
Okay.
shaka, basically he was missing 3 of his fingers, and
Oh wow.
which is the reason why, and so he was just down to a pinky and a
Huh.
thumb, and so
Oh, interesting.
I'm not sure how legit that story is, just
Right.
because
Huh?
I
Could
don't
be
know how.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it probably was conceived in the mid to a latter mid 20th century, right? So
Yeah.
limbs were just expendable back then.
So do you do that, Yosuke? Are you using the shaka in Hawaii?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. If
You
like
are?
somebody, yeah, let me in, I throw shaka outside of my window.
But
Yeah.
I mean, can they when you're doing it, are they like, oh, that's a mainland guy
I
doing a
don't know,
shaka?
but
Like
that's
That's
you know,
so
because
Howley.
that's okay because I'm
yeah, they're all, God
mainland
damn it,
guy. Like
they're all
it's
fucking
okay.
Howley should be letting me in.
But I'm not Howley because Howley is a white people. I'm not white, so I'm just
To a
transplant.
to a Hawaiian guy, they're just like, same.
They hear
Yeah.
that California in your voice.
Yeah. You're all, bro, man, get in, dude. And the guy's like, fucking Howley. You're all, bro, get in. And you're like flashing the tight
the
shaka going,
shaka.
let's,
Yeah.
bro, get in, bro. Yeah.
But
And then, they're just
but,
like, oh.
but it's interesting because there's like some like different like customs that I see here. Like when some people, when you let them in on freeway or like street, like they'll put on the hazard for like 3 seconds or like couple seconds, maybe like 2 seconds. They turn it off, and that's where they were saying like thank you. And that's the
Oh,
same thing in Japan. Like in Japan, people do that to just acknowledge you, let them in, and like them being like, "Hey, I appreciate you."
right.
Yeah. So there are people who do that. Then there are people who like throw shakas and yeah.
That's that transplant culture. Don't. I mean, there's a lot of like Asian, probably more specifically Japanese tourists that visit Hawaii,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. A lot.
So, they're kind of bringing their culture into.
I think so. Yeah.
Um, you know,
Yeah.
yeah. What can you do? What can you do? You gotta
And
get that money somehow.
yeah.
How is driving out there? Is it crazy?
No, compared to LA. My God, LA. Like, yeah, it was kind of.
I mean, people complain
Like,
about Asian
'cause-
drivers,
yeah,
but Hawaii is it's all Asian.
Asian.
So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's either everyone sucks there and everyone's used to it, or
No,
I don't know.
it's really nice. Like Christy likes it here, like better about driving because nobody really honks. Like it's pretty rare. Like, and you're doing something really really shitty or like terrible or inefficient, like when you get honked.
Right.
But I feel like place like in LA, people just honk like really quick and kind of loud. Yeah. So driving is a lot like mellower here, but still there are asshole drivers and there are people who drives kind of crazy, but I think way less than in LA. Like I was kind of surprised because I feel like it got worse than last visit in 2024. Like this year, it felt even a little bit more aggressive than before. So yeah.
Really?
Yeah, or maybe I just forgot because it was like exactly been like 1 year since my last visit. So maybe I just
think it's
forgot.
crazier.
Right?
You think so?
Yeah.
I think driving in LA is crazier than it's ever been. Yeah.
Huh. Well,
Yeah. I think it's a combination of delivery drivers, Ubers, maybe, people dropping people off, picking people up, and they stop anywhere. Right?
Yeah.
They're no longer even pulling over. They're just going to stop right in the lane and just stop, right? And blocking traffic to let somebody in or pick somebody up or pick up food for that matter, right? So you're like, dude, you should, there's like plenty of space to pull over. I don't think people are even doing that anymore. Yep.
Yeah.
At least in my area, people don't pull over. They just sort of like, you know what? I'm just going to stop. I'm not going to pull over. Fuck that. And they just get out of the car. And I'm like, whoa, okay. Stuff like that. And it creates, traffic jams.
And I took a lot of like, sorry, Luke.
No.
I took a lot of public transportation like during my stay. And I know I saw like maybe had like 5 instances the people just driving through like stop sign. They didn't like it looked like they didn't put any effort or attempt to even like slow down. They just kept at the constant speed and just went through like a stop sign. And I was like, okay, that's kind of dangerous. But even in like residential area, like I was walking from like my the rock climbing gym I went to like GR. I was walking, and it's pretty residential neighborhood around there. But I saw this one car, maybe Beamer or like Mercedes, just not even slowing down, just at the same speed from like, it entered my peripheral at one speed and exited like the same speed.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like,
Wow.
holy shit, that's kind of dangerous. Yeah.
I wonder if that has something to do with like the police just not really actively pursuing
And
Yes.
ticketing. Yeah.
yeah
Yes.
that stuff.
There's that. I think there's that combined with cell phone usage while driving, and it's
Yeah.
just tons of stuff. It's nuts, but that's the LA we are in.
Yeah.
Very little enforcement.
Whenever I get a
Yeah.
notification for a car chase, I'm always tuning in. And it's kind of interesting to see how, like, at least for the LA car chases, like if the car is driving crazy, like police will back off and
Yeah.
just let it do its thing,
And they
Oh
use a
wow.
helicopter.
Yeah.
And then if that car does go into a very populated area like the tall buildings in downtown,
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
they could just go into a parking garage and they're going to get away with that.
Oh.
Especially if the car's stolen or
Wow.
something, right?
Right.
Yeah, but if it's registered, of course you're kind
Wow.
of screwed, probably.
Right.
But
Right.
more than likely,
Huh.
I hope so. But if
Right.
not, yeah, people just get away by driving into downtown.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
That's the tactic. I'm always surprised when I see like car chases not go towards downtown. It's like
Yeah, or
that's
it's like, yeah, you're dumb, huh? They're like, you guys are dumb. But are there car chases in Hawaii?
Oh,
And if
I
so,
don't
where do they
know.
go?
I don't know.
right.
There's like one main freeway, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're kind of screwed. Yeah. Yeah.
I think
I don't know.
I always feel like in Hawaii you're screwed with everything. Kind of, if you do something wrong. I mean, that island is so small; they're going to see
Mhm.
you again. LA's big
Yeah.
enough where you will not see a person again.
Mhm.
Right. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But an island, I think, is too small. So
Well,
Yeah.
that's the issue of like the kissing cousins thing, right? Like, isn't that like
everyone's each other's girlfriend. We talked about this before, huh?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Like, yeah. I
Yep.
came here married, so I never been in the dating game. Yeah. So I don't
But
know about
otherwise,
that.
yeah, it's like everyone's dated somebody, and one
Yeah.
person's might have dated the same persons, and
Right.
kissing cousins, or what's the other one?
Uh,
Eskimo brothers.
Eskimo brothers. Yeah. I don't know why. Yeah. I've
Eskimo
heard of that.
brothers.
I've
Eskimo
heard of
brothers.
that term before.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Uh,
that Hawaii life, being
Yeah.
isolated. But there's like what? There's like there's like millions. Aren't there millions of people? At least a million people living spread out across those islands.
I
At least,
think Honolulu alone has like 1.2 or 1 point something.
Okay.
Yeah.
right. But what
Yeah.
island are you on? Are you on Oahu?
Oahu.
You are on
Yeah.
You
Oahu.
don't know.
Yeah.
Where did you think he was on Molokai or one
It
of these?
could be. Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
Maui.
Yeah,
Island.
Maui.
Yeah. Yeah. No, my wife Christy got a job at the Kapiolani Hospital, which is like in Honolulu, so that's why we moved to Oahu. Yeah.
nice.
Oh, but you also still have that relationship with I forgot their names, the folks in Hilo, which is on
Oh
the
yeah,
Big
me
Island.
and Jimmy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the Big Island. Yeah, I do. Like,
So
yeah.
Yosuke has this weird home away from home in Hilo,
Yeah.
this rainy ass town on the Big Island.
It's nice. Yeah, I love Hilo. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, the community is super nice. It's like a small town, so everybody knows each other, and it's part like within like my friend circle. Like, it's really cool because like a lot of them go hunting, a lot of them go like free diving. So
Mhm.
when they catch like wild pig, like they'll butcher it, skin it, clean it, and they'll just share it among their friends and family.
Mm.
So, and if they catch enough fish, they'll take it down to like their local restaurant and have them like, make a meal out of it.
Mm.
So it's really nice to see this like very self-sustaining, like, like a group of people like helping out each other. And me and
And
Jimmy, yeah.
as we
They're part of
recalled
that.
last time, lychee. Remember we were buying
Oh, yeah.
lychee
Yeah.
in Oahu. but it turns out a lot of it comes from the Big Island, or most of it comes from the Big Island, right? The good stuff.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So
'Cause
my
I
friend,
remember they kept
Yeah.
saying that, like it's from Hilo or something, right?
Yeah.
They weren't saying it was from Oahu. They were saying
Yeah,
it's from
Big
somewhere
Island
else.
has more farming than Oahu, I think. And Jimmy's friend, like he, his friend's wife's family, they run this little farm, not little, like pretty decent sized farm, and they have like a lychee tree. So this year, when I did an exhibition with Mia at her gallery space in Hilo, like Christy came with me. So my buddy Jimmy took out Christy to go pick lychees one day, and she picked like a 10-pound worth of like lychee, and it was like this like huge bag, like just filled from like bottom to the top.
That's
And
gold right there. You could like
yeah,
if you fly out
Cri-
with that you could like
yeah,
make
it's like
tons of money.
$100, at least like $100, because like lychee at Foodland they charge like $9.99 per
Oh,
pound.
Oh wow.
oh, it's way more than I thought.
Yeah, so,
Wow.
and it worked out perfect because like her family came like right after we returned from Hilo, so her mom
Mm.
and dad and her like sister and nieces, they got to enjoy like lychee from Hilo. Yeah, and they're
Nice.
the best. They're the best lychees, I think.
Mm. I need to go back to Hawaii. It's been so long.
Because when we bought it, the ones we bought, remember we bought some and it was actually overripe and it was fucked up.
Yeah, you told me you guys got it.
We
from,
bought
like,
it.
in
We bought some. I think
Chinatown.
Lofa took
Yeah.
us somewhere in Chinatown and we bought some
Yeah.
and they said it was from Hilo. Like that's like
Yeah.
a bragging point. I think they actually brag. They're like, "Oh, these are from
Yeah.
Hilo,
Yeah,
bro."
they were
And
they were
it's
a
like
little
that's the good.
they were a little
They were no
fizzy, right?
Yeah, they were
Oh.
overripe or they were
Yeah.
fermenting basically.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should have just let it go longer and just got drunk or something. But yeah, no, I think Hilo rains. Is it 200 and something days a year?
Yeah,
or something
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does rain a lot. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's part of the reason, like, why it's way more green and luscious over there. Yeah,
It's, it's
because
interesting.
part of like Oahu, it's really dry. Yeah, yeah.
Is it?
There's
Yeah.
parts. Yeah.
Huh.
Like west side, it's really dry. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Huh, that's cool.
Yeah, many microclimates up in that
Yeah.
place.
Mm.
There's also Bloods and Crips. I didn't know that either.
I
What?
found out. Yeah, I found out. Yeah. So around Kalihi, there's a lot of like housing projects or like what do you call like public housing?
Mhm.
So in that neighborhood, there are like reds and blues and yeah,
Mm.
which I had no idea. Yeah.
So did you go there and just like kind of talk Nipsey Hustle stuff, or
No,
you,
no, 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 no.
you, you didn't walk in
no,
there and go rolling
no.
60s?
No, no, I'm not about that at all. Like, yeah, I don't claim anything. Yeah. But that was mentioned to me by like one of the staff that was working at the Farrington High School. Like she mentioned it. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Is
I
that
saw
high
a
school?
documentary.
Yeah.
Is that high
Oh,
school
really?
in that area?
High school is in Kalihi, not in like towards like not all the way to the west side, but like west of like Honolulu,
Mm.
I think. Yeah. Yeah.
I remember, like, I see. I just remember, like, we Eric and I recorded an episode, weren't you? And with you, I think, right?
Oh, it was at that somebody's
Oh, Chad's house?
apartment. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that near Kalihi?
I think
I don't
that
remember.
was maybe past Kalihi.
Even
I
past,
think
yeah.
it was like towards like Lofa's neighborhood, because
I
like
see.
Lofa, like he lives on west side past like Eva Beach.
Mm.
Like I think he lives next town of Eva Beach, so that'll be past Kalihi and everything. Yeah. Yeah.
So, do you miss the mainland?
Yeah, I do. I do. Like this trip kind of reminded me, like I'm like, fuck, California is so nice. It's fun, like, yeah, I got to do quite a lot. I tried to max like my stay. So I did go to like, a lot of museums
Mm.
and, seeing like, museum exhibitions were like, super inspiring.
Mhm.
especially when we went to San Francisco, we went to SF MoMA.
Oh, the moment's great.
Yeah, so that was awesome. And we did after that, we went to Yerba Buena Center of the Arts
Mm,
the next day, and they had an exhibition called Bay Area Then, which focused on local Bay Area artists, including Mission School. So
mm,
we'll include artists like Barry McGee and Margaret Kilgallen.
mm,
So they recreated her big installation, and also like Barry had this like nice little installation and this like really tiny room that he just filled it up with his work and his friends' work. So
mm,
it's like tiny little like a closet room. You go in,
mm.
and it's just like visually, it's like overstimulating because it's like artwork from like floor to the ceiling on the all four walls of the room.
That sounds
Yeah.
kind
So
of like I saw a Barry McGee exhibition, I think last year in Los Angeles, and he had this weird room
is
in.
that like
Oh,
you kind of had to duck and
Yeah,
go
that was the
in?
yeah,
whole.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
at the whole,
So
yeah.
it was I think it was like a smaller version of that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that I
yeah.
remember like walking through that and just being like, it was just too much. It was insane
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
to see like this like like mix of freaking um I don't know, like just it's just so many different artists that were
Hmm.
involved in it too.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even in the small room, yeah, it was like, yeah, it was quite a lot. Like there was so many like little things. Yeah. But
Mhm.
it was super fun though. And I don't know, seeing stuff like that always kind of brings me to like younger, like, like part of like I think my art career. So I still get like as excited as like when I got to see his work in person, like first time.
Mhm.
So yeah, it was really neat. It was just yeah, pretty impactful, and
You know,
yeah, I got to
I was
yeah.
actually having this conversation with some artists at another opening I was at, and like I was just trying to like remember like when was the last time I was genuinely excited by a
Oh,
show.
okay.
Like I don't know.
Like, what do you mean excited to the point like you're kind of like blown away, or
Yeah,
like just
blown away and like 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 motivated to get
mm,
to the studio right away so I can like
yeah,
like to you know vent whatever like emotions I was feeling into whatever I was working on.
right.
And like I don't know whether or not I'm like just kind of like jaded, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
but I feel like I actually one of the shows that like sticks out in my mind was one of your shows, Yosuke.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it
Awesome.
was your it was I think it was a Chinatown show you did with Bo Baz.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, that
yeah.
was a while
That was a
ago.
long
yeah,
time
yeah.
Like,
With the
like
heads, the
ago.
Astro
Yeah,
Boy heads and stuff like that.
yeah,
It
yeah,
was just such a wild exhibition just because there was this like mix of like 3D and 2D and like
right.
and it was it's all over the place and like frenetic and like very Yosuke at the same time.
Oh,
You know,
awesome. Thanks, man.
and
Yeah.
but like but nowadays like I would I was having this conversation at the Mark Ryden opening. I went to he's
Oh,
had
good. Yeah,
an
yeah,
opening at Periton Gallery.
yeah.
Great show.
Uh-huh.
That's
Right.
that's about it. Like
Uh, is that part of because like you get kind of used to like artists' work too? Like, because you've seen the exhibition throughout the year
well,
and you kind of get familiarized with like their style, their like visual motifs.
I, that might be part of it, but
Right.
also like I remember like I've been to like a bunch of Mark Ryden shows over the years,
Uh-huh.
and like back then, like they just like those shows just felt like they were insane. Like the
Right.
work was gigantic, and like there was all kinds of really like striking like ideas that were like
Hmm.
you know painted onto the canvas. and I don't know, maybe it's because we're also getting older, so we're not
Okay.
like as ambitious as
Oh.
or are not able to physically like do like gigantic work. Also, it's 2025. There is an art recession going on.
Right. Yeah.
And
Jaded.
you know,
You sound
Yeah.
jaded.
and so like how are you like we were
Yeah.
looking at some of the paintings and like some of them were like $500,000 apparently.
Right.
I didn't ask for a price list or anything, but I'm not
Right.
That
surprised.
place has no list, man. That's
Yeah.
just it's probably
Yeah. That's how they
memorized.
roll. Huh.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
list. They just look at you and go,
Oh.
"No, we don't have a list."
Oh no, no, no! I would never
And then
think they would
another
ever consider
person,
selling
they'll
to
recite you the prices if you're,
Mm.
yeah.
me.
It'll be like a
Yeah.
skimpy model looking person will come out and just recite the prices.
Well, I mean, that's
Oh.
the thing when you're dealing with those kind of higher level galleries.
Right.
They are they gatekeep the sales. Like they will,
Oh.
like I remember there was a story from like 10, 15 years ago of I think it was Jay-Z and Beyonce like wanting to buy a Takeshi Murakami piece from I think something that was happening at Art Basel in Miami or something.
Okay.
It was probably Blum and Poe who were
Mm-hmm.
handling that, and they refused to sell to them because they didn't have the collector like whatever
Like
uh
pedigree
Oh.
and whatever, maybe
So at the time
collect their
they
own
weren't like a
collection.
reputable collector, or like their collection wasn't like curated enough or something?
Probably. I
Huh.
don't remember the exact details, but I remember hearing that and I was just like, "Oh,
Oh.
that's fucking wild." And
Yeah. That
um
is kind of, yeah. But I hear that's part of it though. Like sometimes like new collector have to hire like a middleman to purchase for them. Yeah.
mm. Yeah, that's not
Oh,
not
that's
that
hilarious.
that's so
Is that what happened to, remember there was that like in Culver City, somebody tried to open up like a maid cafe slash gallery thing?
oh yeah, it was Royalty.
Yes, yes. I heard the owner, like, even though she had a lot of money,
Yeah.
like, she couldn't straight buy it from the gallery because her reputation wasn't there as a collector. So
Oh,
she had to hire somebody professional to kind of negotiate or be kind of like the introduction person or like middleman to
wow.
these places. And
No idea. I
yeah,
had
well, I mean, that's
Oh
what
my
I heard. I
god.
don't know
I
if it's true or not, but that was like, like a
back
gossip of,
Oh
yeah,
wow.
yeah, back then she
yeah,
had an insane collection. Like she had like
yeah,
one of those huge what's his name? Yoshito Minara like dogs.
yeah,
He had
yeah.
like cause pieces, original causes that were like, back when he was painting, Smurfs. Don't see Smurfs anymore from Cause.
No, no,
You
yeah,
will one day, maybe.
maybe,
Again.
maybe,
Sure.
Uh,
Why
yeah,
not?
yeah, I remember it clearly. It was like a Smurf holding a hot dog, and the Smurf
oh, I
head
don't remember
was like
that
the
one,
companion head,
yeah,
and
huh,
I think she also had like original Nara's and original Murakami's, hanging
right,
there.
Mm.
Like
yeah,
that was like
yeah,
what 2010,
I
2011.
think so,
Uh,
yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah,
it's interesting. I just read that like um since Blum and Poe and then Blum just is closed.
I heard, yeah,
Yeah,
Eric told
like
me that,
yeah,
yeah,
and I think Yoshito Minara moved on to David Zwilner gallery, which
oh, I don't
is
know,
kind of like
yeah, I don't know
the
that
new
gallery,
hot. And yeah, they just had a
mm,
Marcel Zama show
Oh wow.
yeah a
so
couple
some,
months ago.
oh,
It
Hmm.
was boring. I I was disappointed.
Wow.
I was so
yeah,
disappointed. I was just like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, and now that right now they have like an R. Crumb show. Um,
oh,
Oh
okay,
cool.
yeah, and
awesome,
you know,
yeah.
too much reading.
Too much
Oh
reading.
wow.
Yeah.
I was just looking. I went and checked it out, and like it was like pages of like from I guess a relatively recent comic strip because it was all about COVID and everything like that,
Oh wow.
and
Oh, wow.
and he still has it. He still does. He's still an amazing illustrator. Like his,
How old is he now? Like
it's got to be in his 80s by now.
80s?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the drawing's keeping him young, but
Oh.
it was just so wordy. Oh my god, it was so wordy. Like it's like literally like here's a head and here's a big mass of handwritten text,
Oh,
filling up the rest of
wow.
the panel.
Wow.
And I was
Yeah.
and it was panel after panel after panel on one page, and like everything is just tightly like, drawn out. And I was like, I'm not going to stand here for like A, I did not bring my readers, and B,
Right.
like I'm not gonna stand here for the next like 20 minutes fucking
Trying to read it.
reading
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
goddamn this text. And it was just like, oh my god, that
Yeah. That's
like
funny.
I mean, it's great to see it. Great to
Right.
great
Right.
to know he's still doing it, but
But
no.
you just didn't have a time to read.
Well, that and it's like every freaking like like you see these young hip kids, back in the
Mm,
day we called them hipsters.
right. What are
Like
they called
also
now?
I'm going to stick with hipster. Like like just
Right.
like like all over the room, like
Mm,
trying to read it, and it's just like, oh,
yeah. Wow.
this is annoying.
Yeah. I had a
Wow.
couple.
So you
I
weren't
had.
excited about that one, I
I
guess.
excited enough to drive out of my way to go see
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
you
But
know?
Right.
but not but you didn't leave excited enough
Yeah.
to draw one
Yeah.
thing.
I haven't
You left going, dude, too much reading. I'm not gonna go and do
Yeah.
art for a while.
right, yeah, and then,
Yeah.
like, the freaking Marcel Zama, like, I love his, like, minimalist kind of, like, no background kind of,
Awesome.
So you like
paint.
the stuff from 20 years ago.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
it's the best. It's so
Yeah.
good. It's so
Sure.
fucking
I
good.
don't
It's
know who that
That's
is.
that's stuff we grew up
Marcel
on.
Zama?
yeah, like,
Huh.
he was doing, like, the Henry Darger kind of trace thing, like, it's like
So
Marcel
what does he do
Zama?
now? Because I haven't seen.
it was like fucking like this God, like it was all like super kind of
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've hung out
Yeah.
in
I had
Giant
to look it
Robot
up,
long enough
but
to see
yeah.
fucking Marcel Zama's work.
Yeah.
It's gone full circle.
Yes.
We had the books when it was hot, and now we
Oh,
have
yeah.
some books that we can't sell from that same
Oh.
period that we
Oh.
still have and that they don't sell. They just sit there.
Mm.
And we actually still have some old ass shit from
I
that era when it was
Okay.
actually popular.
I'm gonna
No,
have to
I
look
do
over that.
recognize his work.
Yeah, Marcel,
Yeah.
but like his new stuff.
I have no idea what it looks
Mm.
like.
Who's that one artist who painted all the Polynesian women? He's French. Was it Degas or
No,
Gauguin?
Gauguin.
Gauguin. It's like Gauguinish kind of tropical, like
Mm.
leaves and shit like that all over the place with,
Oh.
the same kind of Marcel Zama characters, but now it just kind of feels muddy to me.
Oh, interesting.
Is he still using
Interesting.
like root beer as a ink color?
Probably. Who knows?
Like it's like
Wow.
brown? He's using the
That's
brown thing?
No,
interesting
no,
too.
no. It was very oil paintery.
Oh, because
Like,
I think he was using a root beer extract. I heard that was the brown color, but I that's what
Oh,
I
wow.
remember hearing.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because all of his colors were brown, right? It was
Yeah.
everything was brown. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, he's not doing that anymore. He's
Oh,
moved on. He's moved on
sure.
to
But
green.
that's
I
20.
see.
That was a
Yeah.
long time ago. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a bit unfamiliar from that era, but
Oh,
Yeah, that is.
yeah.
So I had a show in New York a couple months ago, and I rarely go out there, and I got to like I literally overdosed on fucking museums while I'm
Oh, that's awesome.
I was out
That's
there because it's
awesome.
like you hit like five museums in 5 days. P.S. do not waste your time at the Gagosian, not the Gagosian, not the what's that one?
Guggenheim.
The Guggenheim, yeah, the Guggenheim.
Oh.
All you have to do is go like this, and I was like, oh, Guggenheim.
Yeah. No. Like
Yeah.
I went to fucking like relive my Men in Black experience, where Will Smith in Men in Black runs up the corkscrew.
Oh, does he? Okay.
Yeah, and then like busts through the roof where like the alien fucking like screams at him and leaps off to wherever. But like fucking terrible. Worst museum I've been to in New York.
Was there a show there or something?
Yeah, there was a show there, and like yeah, and I hated it. I hated it.
What was the art?
African American artist who does like abstract expressionism and weird furniture stuff and fucking like and some portrait photography of him. And I was just like, I don't know. It's I'm not a fan of art that politicizes race.
Like
it's like social justice art. Like I give zero fucks about it. Like, and
what about
it's fine. Like I'm not saying, I'm not disqualifying it. I'm just saying that like I haven't seen anything that makes me go like, oh yeah, I really like see where you're coming from with this. Even from Asian,
you're not doing this.
No,
you're not doing fist in the air, power.
I'm not.
You're just.
I'm not. Like that's my problem with the Hammer Museum. Like I freaking like like. I'm glad the institution exists.
Right.
I'm glad that like that there's a place for that kind of work to be there and to be shown, and and maybe what it'll like introduce like the plight of some discriminated like group,
right,
and inspire the audience to like take that message into their hearts and whatever. But I don't really want to see it. I don't find any of it like particularly interesting. And because I like to think that there's cleverer ways of being able to illustrate these things, rather than freaking whatever. I don't know. I'm probably shooting myself in the foot as I usually do, but
did you go to the Whitney Museum?
I did go to the Whitney. Whitney was all right. Oh my God, the Whitney was the worst. Holy shit!
Was that Guggenheim?
No, not as bad as the Guggenheim, but oh my God. Okay. I'm people are going to fucking hate my guts, but I'm going to fucking say it right now. It was a deaf Korean woman from Orange County, and who was the featured artist, and it was just these gigantic sheets of fucking watercolor paper with like some scrawling on it, like my parents are cool because with my deafness because blah blah, and it was like written out in like shitty fucking handwriting, and like because or like being deaf is cool because blah blah blah, and I was just like, oh my fucking God, like cool. I guess
I guess that person doesn't have to listen to you, Luke. So.
Definitely doesn't. She definitely doesn't. I'm glad that but I was just like, whatever. Like fucking, like if you're some fucking great fucking artist, then fucking do something great.
Yeah.
And that was at the Whitney Museum?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the Whitney.
Wow.
Yeah. But some people's approach isn't like finished product being like, visually striking, beautiful, or like anything, Some artists go for the messaging part of
at least
the
be
content.
compelling. At least be compelling. You know
what
I mean? Like I don't know, like it's fine. It's fine. Like, there are plenty of people up there fucking looking at it and like taking something away from it. And that person was not me.
Wow.
all I did was get annoyed
Yeah.
by what I saw because,
Wow.
you know.
Wow.
Did you get in for free at least?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Nope, had to pay for that. You know, I'm
Wait,
not.
don't you get in free to these things because you're an artist? Isn't there like some kind of thing or no?
No,
Artist discount? I don't know if
I
there's
don't
such a
know.
thing.
I don't know. Not
Yeah.
at the Whitney, not at the Goog.
That would be that would be kind of awesome though, like an industry pass kind of thing.
Well, Robot and the Bear
Robot
podcast,
Pass.
art podcast.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
No?
yeah.
You know
So
how
back in the
like a
day, I got into
like
I
Comico
got
you
into
get
Guggenheim
enter
for
free,
free.
right? As an
Oh, really?
artist.
How'd you get in the Guggenheim for free, Eric?
I showed him the giant robot business card.
Oh wow,
Oh,
that's awesome.
This was back in the magazine days.
Huh.
They actually said, "Oh," and then the person made a phone call at the front desk and just says, "Oh yeah, no problem, we got you."
well,
Oh, that's cool.
on that trip, one of
But
Rachel's family friends worked for the Met, and
Mhm.
we were able to get into the Met like an hour before doors opened.
Oh
Awesome.
wow,
See, that's
that's
good.
so
You know,
cool.
and like we like looked at like you know
Oh,
all
that's so neat.
the major exhibitions, and like it was with empty rooms. Which
And
was
was that great?
Wow,
What?
wow, that's awesome.
Well, that was good, right?
that was great.
Yeah,
That was great.
yeah.
Good. All right, Luke likes art.
Yeah, and the MoMA, the MoMA had an amazing collection.
Yeah,
there
they do.
yeah, amazing. Like I was just walking around just like dumbfounded by like.
Well, there's art that you've recognized, right?
Yeah, there's
Which
art
is
that I
always
recognize,
cool.
but like the way it's curated and the way they put things around,
Right.
it's like can like are introduced to new things while like kind of like looking at older stuff. It's great. It's great. What was cool was so what a couple of years ago I was in Europe, and we were in Paris, and we went to the Louis Vuitton. Rachel and I went to the Louis Vuitton museum where oh my god, I'm so bad with these fucking French names.
Hmm.
Takashi Murakami,
no. It was
Marc Jacobs.
it was another fucking artist who did this, and they did this exhibition called the Red Room, where it was
Okay.
like he had this the artist did this painting of his studio and had all this art like all of his paintings like laying around, and they looked in the painting and then found all the originals from that room and from that painting, and then like brought them all together.
Oh.
Oh, wait. What's this got to do with Louis Vuitton? It's their
gallery.
gallery.
It's their museum in Paris.
They have one.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah, I didn't
Okay,
even know
I
they
get
had a
it.
museum.
I was expecting.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like this Louis Vuitton store, and I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
No,
that sounds cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
And then they had some of those paintings returned, I guess, to the MoMA. So I was like, oh my gosh,
No, that's
like
cool.
pulled up
Yeah.
my thing. But yes, I still love art. I still love art, guys. I just don't. It's just hard for me to get excited about. some
Yeah,
of this
it's
shit.
okay. It's okay to be picky and selective. Yeah.
It's not even that I want to be picky and selective.
Right.
It's just
No,
it's
something
bitter.
just doesn't vibe with you. That's totally fine. Yeah.
And also maybe you've seen a lot of art now, right? Or a
Yeah.
decent amount. So
Right.
getting
right.
excited by it is just that much harder, probably.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess
What
so.
what
So,
about
yeah.
you though, Eric? Because you've been running,
Yeah.
you had a magazine since like, in 90s, and now you're still running a gallery. So how has that changed? Or is
I
it
don't know.
still the same?
I see rad art and rad stuff all the time.
And it still
But
excites
I
you?
don't draw. I don't draw though, or I
Yeah.
don't make art.
But no,
so
like as in
I don't
like
see it going, oh my god, I need to go back and make art. No,
no,
that's
but
not going to happen.
like
But
as in excitement though. Like is it
yeah, all
still
the
the
time.
yeah.
I could look at Instagram on my For You page
Uh-huh.
that unlike yours or maybe Luke's, I'm not sure. No girls show up, no female
I don't get-
anything. Seriously, mine
Yeah.
is all like it's like stuff people made, like crafts. There's
Okay.
some toys, and there's art, and that's like
Yeah.
my For You page. There is no like booby woman or butt woman or you know what I mean? Like seriously, there's not.
Yeah.
And
But then that alone, just the For You page is pretty exciting to me. Like I see a lot of
Yeah.
stuff where I'm like, oh, that's rad and that's rad, but
Yeah.
I don't go hunting for it necessarily.
Right.
I just try to
Okay.
take it in. I just try to
Right.
take it in and
Yeah.
just kind of like have it in my
Yeah.
mind, but I'm not like looking up who did that. You know, I don't get
Yeah.
into that so
Yeah.
much.
Oh,
Mostly I'm just kind of
okay.
absorbing it and really enjoying looking at it.
Okay.
Sometimes it's like collections, like pictures of things that people make, but sometimes they're miniatures. Like someone will have 20 little items in one photo, and I'm always like, oh my
Okay.
God, look how amazing that is. I see that all
Right.
the time.
That's
But yeah,
cool. Yeah.
I see stuff all the time that I like.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
No,
Freeze.
it's
yeah.
easy on Instagram. It's easy to like
Yeah.
see stuff that you like on Instagram and be like, "Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's you
Right.
know, bookmark." I bookmark so much stuff on freaking Instagram, but the thing
Right.
is that like it's I don't feel like it's the same as like seeing the work in person. Obviously,
That's
Person.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And going to like exhibition by single artist and being kind of yeah.
yeah, right, and
I
like
see.
like and a lot of artists are pretty curate their like what their uploads, right? So
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
you
Oh,
don't
I'm seeing the greatest highlights of all that. So in that way, I know I
Yeah.
understand. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing, but
Right.
I understand that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of going out to see, I don't go out seeing art a lot anyway. Like I don't, I do, but like I
Right.
see Ayata Kano's show and I went to the
Yeah.
Broad recently.
wait
And,
wait
I'll
wait
go check stuff out, but
wait what'd you think of the Aya Takano show at Periton? You saw that, right?
yeah, I mean, was I blown away by it? No, but I still like some of the pieces.
Yeah, the pieces are
I mean, I
fine,
like the
like
pieces, yeah.
but like I was not like I was just like, oh, okay, like I don't know why like there like people
Mm.
were lining up for this.
Oh, I think she has a new audience that's probably all like young
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Like she has a new audience that's probably like in their 20s.
Yeah,
Right.
It's sort of like people who are in their 20s who like Margaret Kilgallen.
right,
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, she passed away a while ago now.
right.
But
Right.
it's like they're new people finding out about
Yeah.
her, and then same with Ayata Kano. There's this whole new generation of people who are just like thinking she's the greatest artist of all
Mm.
type of
'Cause-
thing, and
Yeah,
it's,
because
they're all
it's
new.
been it's been a while since she had a major solo exhibition like
Long
that
time.
in the state, right? So
Right.
that's
Yeah, long time.
yeah, I get that.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
such a fucking boring ass exhibition, unfortunately.
I was boring.
It was just,
Wow.
dude, like it was just
Wow.
like
I don't
what
know.
it was just
Harsh.
whatever. I was just like, okay, like cool, like you have
Yeah.
shit fucking hanging from the ceiling, and like
Right.
dumbass
Okay.
shit written on the back of the canvas, like whatever. Like fucking like give me something good. Give me
Give me something good.
Yeah,
Ouch.
Oh.
Ouch.
give me something
Oh.
that fucking tickles me, like like that makes me go like, holy shit, like oh wow, that's that really fucking like tells me something about you. You
Hmm.
know, like
Oh,
I
but that definitely tells about her, her art show. I thought it did, but okay.
I mean, like sure. I just I don't know, like
Okay. I think my camera I think went out, so no
yeah,
worries.
yeah. Sorry, yeah. I noticed
It's
that you were
okay.
frozen for a little while. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was. I got to see this. I saw the show. It was cool. You
Mm.
know, didn't
I still liked it.
wasn't like like I didn't dislike it.
Right.
But I didn't think it was like anything extraordinary.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Oh.
like I I kind of okay, here we go. So Periton has galleries all around the world,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And I've only been to the Paris one. I've walked in front of the New York one, and I've been to the LA one, and
Okay.
I've seen Mark Ryden's Paris show, and I've seen his LA
LA.
show, and
Oh wow.
I suddenly I realized when I was there that like these artists, artists who like, when you're doing international shows, you don't bring your best.
Really? You think so?
Because it's like, because you know where your audience is, you know the people where and you're like, and most of the time American artists save their best work for America, and
Hmm.
then they will do other things, maybe a little more experimental, a little bit quieter, definitely smaller,
Hmm.
and for like international things, that way they don't have to fucking like, you know pay exorbitant prices in shipping,
Oh, I see.
unless the
I see.
gallery is doing the shipping,
Cover. Yeah.
yeah, and as when you're doing like on the level of like a Periton or a Michael Cohen or a, you know David Zwilner or whatever, you're like working with real like art handlers, and you're paying up the nose to fucking like have that
Yeah.
shit, like,
Tons.
Right.
like handled. And so like I think that you just don't like, you kind of like, I don't know, like I remember like, going to the writing show in Paris, and like I thought it was fine, but it wasn't like, anything like worth sharing on fucking my stories. Like, oh my god, I saw this.
It
Fucking, it's
doesn't even make
amazing.
it to your stories.
Just-
Wow.
Ouch. Oh,
Wow.
Mark Ryden's heart is broken right now.
yeah,
Mark, sorry, bro.
I posted 2 photos from the Mark Ryden show, and one of them was me meeting Weird Al, which like
Oh, I
Oh,
saw
that's
that. I
cool.
remember that. I
which was
remember seeing that
amazing.
on your story. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other one was Olivia. I can't think of her last name because it's long in Italian.
Olivia Newton-John.
The one who does the pinup art, the pinup girls.
Oh,
Yeah,
Hmm.
I don't.
Oh, I don't
yeah,
Does
know
she even
who
have a
that
last
is.
name? Does she just go
yeah.
by Olivia?
She just usually just goes by Olivia.
I mean,
And
she used to
Huh.
paint Julie Strain, right? That was like her
no,
main model.
Oh,
She used to
I don't
paint
know
all the
who that
time.
is.
but she and I photobombed Mark Ryden and Robert Williams when they were like deep in conversation, and
Hmm.
Oh, I saw that picture. Yeah.
and it was my favorite. Like, and like that's I was like, oh, this, well, these are worth posting. They're fun. they're,
Damn.
they're interesting.
Wow. All right. Luke is lukewarm with art. Or to art. Lukewarm. Luke is lukewarm. To art.
Oh, I'm a terrible fucking human being, and I'm fans of.
No,
I'm
you're just telling. You're just trying to find your way, man. It's all good.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
sure.
all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like my own art's fucking boring as shit. I was literally talking to Rachel about it, and I was like, it's like I think I've gone soft, and she looked at me and she's like, yeah, you've gone
Wow.
soft. You've gone soft.
Well,
And I was just like,
well, at least she's honesty is good though.
yeah. Like, like I just don't feel like my work has the balls that it used to have, like, or the fucking the
Oh.
grit or the darkness or the edge that it used to have. Now it's just like,
Yeah.
oh, I listen to lo-fi beats and fucking blah blah blah, and I'm just like,
But I don't know. But
You know what, man? Yosuke and I will need to just put soap bars into was it like a pillowcase while you're sleeping. We just need to beat the shit out of you a little bit with that while you're asleep,
Why?
right? And then we're gonna toughen you up, and you're gonna get bummed out, and you're gonna have to make some angry paintings.
or I'm just gonna fucking shoot the fucking drill sergeant and fucking like blow my own brains out while my
Yeah, we're gonna lay off just in
No.
time, just in time.
Yeah, but I don't know, but I think that's part of like your artistic journey though, like creative journey. Like you're kind of angsty and like angry like earlier
Maybe
on.
you're just
but
not angry anymore.
that's not. I don't think that emotion though that is like sustainable for like
It just gets old,
as
doesn't
you
it?
get older
Don't you
or
think like
yeah
angry art is just so like after a while it's just kind of
yeah
like it's like, oh, it's just so disingenuous. It's just like, oh, like I know
yeah
you're doing well. You're fucking making a living doing art.
right
You're doing great. Fucking like, how angry can you really be? But then you have
yeah.
Johnny Ryans out there.
I don't know who that is. Johnny Ryan.
Oh, he draws kind of angry, nasty
Okay.
cartoons.
Yeah, he just
Oh,
had a movie come out. It's an
oh,
X-rated movie.
okay. I'll check it
Uh,
out.
it's a you can find the trailer somewhere on YouTube, and it's the name of the movie is "Fuck My Son."
Yeah.
But did you know that Johnny Ryan has the biggest collection of Care Bears and Hello Kitty?
Are you serious?
Really?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, oh.
Yeah,
Huh. Yeah.
We don't know, but
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
Johnny Ryan.
But
Yeah,
I don't know, like being angry for that long isn't like I don't know. Like, yeah,
all right.
I don't know. I think that's part of the reason like why like punk rock bands are not like they don't last long time. I think they have a hard time like maintaining that angst and that kind of aggression for
Right.
I don't know.
But I think that
They,
changes, right? Because even Giant
yeah.
Robot days, like from the beginning for the magazine to like a
Mm-hmm.
middle point and on, it
Right.
changes completely. Like it goes from kind of angry
Right.
to like all of a sudden wanting to be better at everything. So then you're just like, well, anger was almost like a weird way to hide like some kind of like, you know, maybe like I couldn't write as well. So being as angry as I wanted to be was just almost a good way to mask, you know, like what I thought was what I look back as probably low quality writing. I
Oh,
like to
wow,
think I
that's
got better.
yeah.
And as I got better and better, I'm like, well, maybe I don't need to be angry. Maybe I just can be really smart and I can be interesting.
Oh,
Maybe it's
wow.
even funny. And then, you know, maybe my writing quality's even gotten better too through all of
Yeah.
that. And you put all that together and it's like maybe the
Yeah.
anger was there, but you know, like maybe it doesn't have to be there too. And
Yeah.
I like to think that released, you know, a better product came out of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But then there's a
Yeah.
point where I always feel like, well, then it jumps the shark there too.
Hmm.
And I'm
Mm.
like, well, you know, like I'm not you know, like swimming with like great white sharks, and I'm not doing like this crazy shit that would make even a more fun article, or I'm not, you know, like
Right.
finding a serial killer and actually outing them, and you know, like I'm not getting to do that either.
Right.
There's
Right.
a point where I'm just like, oh, well, all of that still jumps the shark. Like I'm writing about things that are almost like I can do from my desk, and that's a little less exciting. You know what I mean?
I
So that
see.
then that happens too after a while. I'm like, okay, I got older, so now I'm going out and doing less things, but then I'm writing better. So the writing is actually hiding the fact that I'm just sitting behind my desk.
Oh,
And then
wow.
eventually,
Yeah.
then I catch on to that, right? A couple of years
Yeah.
go by or a few years go by, and I'm like, you know what, man? All I'm doing is hiding the fact that I'm not doing anything by writing better, right? So it's like the opposite of
Right.
angry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's like that sucks too, right? So I realize I'm like, oh, then it's like, oh, maybe it's a good time to fold the magazine.
Mm.
You know, like everything kind of comes to a hilt anyway, and it's like, okay, I guess this is
Right.
the right time, you know, where I'm not getting out, I'm writing better, I'm actually better, but you know, as a function of age, maybe I'm not going to go and do as stupid things as I would have way back in the day.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe. So there's some kind of a thing that happens with Giant Robot too, the magazine,
Yeah.
that kind of goes up and down, and you
Well,
know,
I mean,
it's,
isn't that
it's just
when
changing ways, man.
isn't that when
Yeah.
you like go and you just hire like young, fresh writers and you you know take the position of like an editor or you know
So that
and
was
the
that was
publisher.
gonna, yep, that was gonna be any iteration of Giant Robot going forward. That was my suggestion, was to do that, but then ultimately it was all shot down. No, you know, that was like not gonna happen. But that was my idea. I was like, okay, if Giant Robot's gonna go on, we need to find a new young editor that's gonna go fucking buck wild crazy, and we can just help pull the strings and teach them how to write better, you know, and
I see.
pull some strings there, you know, or you know what I mean, like really use what magazine skills we have to make a better product with, you know, and start over again, was kind of the idea I had, you know, but yeah,
Yeah.
probably
yeah.
it was probably too
But
late to do
it-
that
that-
anyway, but yeah.
But that's interesting because basically you even saw the writing on the wall and you're just like, okay, you know, for this to be sustainable and fresh, you know,
Yeah, I saw
you
it.
know,
I don't know if everyone else did, but I definitely saw it. But I could also look back and just, it's reminded, you know, I could look at the magazine issues at the very end and I'm like, wow, it looks great. It reads great, but what are we doing? Like, what are we saying? What's in here? And it's like, ultimately, I feel like, I'm like, oh, these don't really have excitement to me. But you know, you could read it and it sounds good. But it's
Right.
not saying anything. It's not really like pushing an envelope, you know?
Sure.
So
Sure.
yeah, so that's in that way. Maybe that's where I was like, okay, and there has to be something new or different to do, and you know what I mean. Like the magazine isn't it, so
Yeah.
Mm.
It's too
yeah,
bad you
doing
didn't go like the way of like, a video kind of blog thing, like
yeah,
Sega Vice or
that
something.
yeah, that could have worked. But you know what? I just went on to curate Giant Robot and
Mhm.
curate museum shows. So oh well,
Yeah.
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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
creating art shows that you go to and go ah.
Well, I mean
So-
that's one of
Like,
the
what the fuck are these people doing? What's a stupid installation about? God damn. I don't like these little wood houses and this big ass fucking globe thing, the moon. Fuck this.
I'm a terrible
Yeah.
human being.
Well,
I
it's
am
all
not.
good.
Yeah.
I'm not an art critic, nor do I like claim to like say I know anything about art. So
It's
Oh,
okay.
you do. You
uh,
do.
I,
But
I
it's,
No,
just
you
I
do.
just
yeah.
You do, and you go with
I
what you see. It's okay. It's your
Yeah.
viewpoint, man.
Yeah. It's super
uh,
cool that like
Nothing's
yeah,
wrong. It's just fun to make fun of it.
yeah. No, it's like interesting here. Yeah, like you as a writer, like went through something similar to a lot of like, musicians or like visual artists went through
Mhm.
being angsty in the
Sure.
Yeah, like you
That's
go
why,
beginning and
like,
through a
angry.
journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You-
you
Yeah.
hear like musicians have it difficult, right? Or have it
Yeah.
even harder, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Oh, definitely.
like, do you want to hear a new Aerosmith album? No, right? I
No.
mean, did you want to hear an
Yeah.
old one? I don't know. But yeah, like,
Yeah.
did you want to, like almost all these bands, like the Who, if they release a new album, do you want to hear that? No.
Yeah, no.
No,
No.
right? It's like there's a point where
Yeah.
it's like, oh, all that shit that they wrote when they were in their 20s, you're like, this was the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
but
that's the
at the
tough part.
same time, though, like you have like I mean, like Aerosmith when Aerosmith were like still like loving in an elevator, like that was they were like 20 years deep into their
Yeah.
fucking
Oh,
career,
No,
and
no.
like
There's good stuff, but I'm saying when you're 30
Yeah.
and 40 years deep, that's when it gets
Yeah.
dangerous.
yeah,
It
but
gets
Yeah.
dicey, but
the point I was saying was that like now it's normal for bands to have like 30, 40-year life
Yes.
cycles.
Yes.
It's
yes,
weird.
because
Mhm.
example, Slow Dive.
Right.
Mm.
Slow
Oh,
Dive.
you mentioned that.
Yeah,
you
yeah, they're-
Oh,
mentioned that.
where did they come from 30 years later, not making any music, and then they release an album that's one of the greatest ones?
Yeah,
How did
yeah,
they
yeah.
do that?
Two
Right?
albums are some of the
Two in a row, right?
Yeah, they were
Wow.
so great.
Yeah. All these,
Uh,
and there's a bunch of bands, but this is like right now, like if Rush came out with a new album, I'd probably be really bummed out. You know what I mean? like this is a different era. Maybe this, like My Bloody Valentine, they could release a new album. It's probably going to be amazing.
right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And Loveless came out 34 years ago or something.
Oh,
so it's like,
wow.
Yeah.
you know,
Wow.
they'll release a new one,
Yeah.
and it's going to be the greatest album again. Yeah, there is a
Mm.
difference. There is kind of a difference, maybe in this kind of bands that came up from a certain angle.
Right.
Maybe.
Right.
I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
no, it's doable. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
the big arena rock bands, no.
Yeah.
Well,
But
I also-
yeah.
I also believe that music hasn't really evolved much since the
Mm.
90s. Like, if you think about like what was going on in the 90s, you had like Timbaland and you had like these like really like weird esoteric fucking electronic bands like Aphex Twin and stuff. And, like music was just evolving like crazy, like all the way till you got to like drum and bass music, which is like super frenetic, super fast, crazy break beats,
Mhm.
and like the rave stuff. And like when you go to like when you hear music being released now, and when you like you go to raves or whatever, like it's just kind of like all the same kind of format. Like it's not being pushed the way like I
Mm.
mean, like there might be like sudden little like
Mm.
trends in sound and
Yeah.
whatever, but like I hear so much like 80s revival kind of like pop music now, like music that is
Mm.
referential to like that 80s
Yep.
synth sound.
Mm.
And so it's just kind of like, well, why listen to this stuff from that sounds like the 80s when you could just bring up the 80s.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
saw fucking OMD play fucking like the Greek Theater like earlier this year, and they were great.
I saw them in 85 maybe.
Jeez.
I saw
Wow.
them in
Oh,
'85. Yeah.
Damn, like that
Yep.
peak OMD shit. And
Yep.
yeah, it's
Did you love that song called Secret?
of course I did. Oh my god. Oh hell yeah! That best of OMD compilation album that came out in like 89 or 90 was like on heavy rotation for me.
huh.
So
Uh,
how did the lead singer sound? I mean, 40 years later with that song Secret, that's a very high pitched kind of
Oh, that's tough to do as you get
I think the
older,
high
right?
pitch, yeah, oh definitely. I think the higher pitch stuff was pre-recorded
Okay,
and
okay.
Oh, I
Good
see.
thing.
but
Fair enough.
and I think it
Yeah.
was also because there's two singers in OMD. One of them has like
Oh.
the main like kind of lower
Uh-huh.
register, and then the other guy like comes in with a falsetto.
I
And
see.
yeah, it was and yeah,
Wow.
they sounded great. They sounded great. I saw fucking Nine Inch Nails like
Oh, wow.
a couple months ago, and like their album came out in 91. That was freaking 34 years ago.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
1990, 91. So like it's it's, they were great. Like guy, Trent Reznor, sounding really good.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's just like freaking I had freaking like seated fucking seats like in the rafters, and they were fucking
Oh.
$300 each.
Wow. Yeah.
Whoa,
I
wow.
know. Concerts
So
are something's
expensive
gone
now.
wrong there, huh?
Something has
Yeah.
definitely
The
gone wrong.
prices are crazy for
That's
concert stuff.
crazy.
And they weren't
$300?
and they weren't
No,
flipped
Yeah.
tickets. They were like straight, I woke up early to
It's
fucking
so
like
messed up.
to buy
Oh,
these stupid
yeah.
tickets. Fucking like was in the Ticketmaster
Oh,
waiting room.
wow.
No,
And
it's crazy. How much is the Ticketmaster fee on that?
oh, it was
Like
probably
of the
Wow.
300, it's like 100 is at least Ticketmaster, right?
at least
Wow.
Yeah.
maybe even
That's
200,
crazy.
maybe even
That's
200.
crazy.
That's so
Like what the
greedy.
Yeah.
that
That's
is
so
so
greedy.
that's so fucked up.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's not right.
Wow.
Anyways, guys, we have gone like way over time on this one.
Yay.
It's
Oh,
great.
awesome.
It's because
That was awesome.
it's the gang. It's always great, like having you on the
It's
cast.
always fun.
Yeah,
It's always fun to join you guys.
so
Yeah.
All
sorry.
right. Well, Yosuke, what's next? Let's
Yes,
get there.
yeah, like
What's next? I have
yeah.
a little bit
While
of a
your
time
show
bomb.
is still up,
Yeah.
what's next?
I think next is some group shows. Then I gotta start working on my post-its right away. Yeah.
Same.
But
Same.
yeah, I'm trying to get back into my groove. Started like reorganizing my studio a little bit. Started doing like my morning drawings again, so that's going on, and just trying to, I don't know, be a good husband and
Oh,
balance out my work on top of that. So yeah, that's my main focus right now.
that's
Awesome.
great.
Awesome.
great.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks for
awesome.
tuning
Thanks for having
in.
me.
Yeah.
All right.
Robot and the Bear
Shaka back.
96.
All
Shaka. Tight shakas all day long.
right, talk to you guys
Awesome.
later.
Later.